So, dear ones, we're talking about a topic I am really excited to explore, and it's around this really fantastic word that you may have never heard before, and the word is ineffable. Ineffable. And the title of this episode is Enlightenment Is Ineffable. So what does that mean? Ineffable means that something is too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. And what we're talking about today is the ineffable mysteries of the soul, of our spiritual experience. And where did I get this word? I had never heard of this word before either, but I've been talking about for years about, and not just me, many great spiritual teachers have been talking about the power of wordlessness. Master Chang Ching said that the ultimate truth is wordless. And that is so true. The ultimate truth is wordless. And I received this word that describes wordlessness, ineffable, in David R. Hawkins' map of consciousness, where he maps out our energetic frequencies from 0 to 1,000 and plots them against our feeling states. So meaning when we're feeling shame, we're vibrating at 20. When we're feeling grief, it's vibrating at 75. Anger is 150. Neutrality is 250. And once we get above 250, above neutrality, we start to go into and move into the conscious creator of our experience. That's when we stop responding to our outer reality and start creating the outer reality that we wish to create, that is in higher resonance, higher frequencies of love, joy, and peace. And speaking of which, joy has an energetic log of 540, peace is 600. And up until 700, you have words associated with these frequencies. So peace is 600. It's bliss. It's illumination. Joy is 540. It's serenity. It's complete. It's one. But when you get to an enlightenment, and that's 700 to 1,000 on the energetic log, your predominant emotional state is ineffable because you are in pure consciousness. And I can tell you that I have experienced this pure consciousness, and I'm going to tell you about it in a sec. But why don't we go ahead and get to what we're going to be talking about in today's super powerful wordless episode. So in today's episode, I reveal how words block us from connecting to our truth, the key parts of our soul experience that is actually ineffable, and how to lean into wordlessness to connect deeper to your true essence. We'll end on an invitation that will have you gaining wordless clarity about your life path and your soul journey in magical and mysterious ways. So you're going to want to stay with me until the end. Hello, Soul Guide Circle. That is the name of this global and growing community of soul-guided leaders and entrepreneurs. In the Soul Guide Circle, we are using our spiritual gifts to grow prosperous, heart-led businesses that are on the leading edge of consciousness. Find the link to join our closed Facebook group at AllisonScammell.com or in the show notes. Today, we're talking about how enlightenment is ineffable, meaning it is wordless. So let's start with how words disconnect us from our truth. When we're really trying to calculate with words something that goes beyond the frequency of words. So when we're trying to talk about something like your true essence, that's the truth of who you are, without filters, without conditioning, it's your true state of being that is an enlightened energy. So there are no real words to describe it. Now you can get close. You can find words that go in the right direction, and it can be useful to find those words as guides. But very often we're looking for the perfect words to match what it is we feel our true essence is. We're looking for that perfect match, and when it's not there, something feels off about it, and then we second guess that thing about our soul experience that we're trying to describe using words. So we're using words to describe something that in its purest form is wordless. So that automatically is going to create sort of an artificiality to it. Like it's not going to be a perfect match. So if that makes you feel frustrated, then you definitely should take a break from the words and drop into the energy, which I'm going to be telling you how to do in just a sec. And you should also just release yourself from the desire to find the words that tell the perfect story, because they don't exist. You can get super, super close, and you can find words that are going really in the right direction, but it's never gonna be a perfect match. So it's just having that awareness and making peace with that. The only thing that's a perfect match to those pieces of us that are enlightened energy in their truest form is the energy frequency itself. Being. It's just purely a state of being, and being in the energy of the thing. And what are the things I'm referring to here? There are certain key aspects of our experience that are truly ineffable, and the first one is our soul mission. We all come in, we have a life purpose for this lifetime, and we also have a soul mission that we take with us from lifetime to lifetime. Now, we can find words that go in the right direction and that help give us clarity and that do serve us. I mean, we can find the words to describe our soul mission that actually help us hone in on things and clarify the inspired action we feel called to take, or maybe the branding in our business or a certain signature offer. And yes, words are going to be required to communicate that both to yourself and to others, but the words will never be a perfect match. The energy frequency of it is a perfect match. So when I take a deep breath, and I've done a lot of work on putting words to my soul mission. You know, my soul mission is to be the trainer of light workers, the teacher, the guide, the mentor of light workers, to help them connect to and co-create with the spiritual realm at higher levels, and to understand their soul experience and their soul mission and the work they're meant to do in this lifetime, so that we can lead Mother Earth to higher consciousness. Yes, that feels good. That feels right. That feels definitely going in the right direction. But there's a piece of me that yeah, but it's more than that. It's not all of that. That's too little. That's too much. Because I'm using words to describe something that is wordless. The same is true for your unique genius. Those are those unique abilities you were born to share. And you can use words to describe that. I have the unique ability to channel source with profound messages that I can co-create actually with source to transfer it on to others in a way that it's very understandable, integratable, and actionable. I really feel like that's a part of my unique genius. But does that say everything? Not at all. And is that 100% right? Not at all. But is it going in the right direction? And does it help me anchor in certain parts of my experience? You know, parts of my business, parts of my offer, parts of my soul client avatar? Certainly. So I'm not in this episode telling you to throw the words out the window. But I'm telling you to notice when you feel like, I just don't have clarity. I just don't know what my soul mission is. I just don't know what my unique genius is. And lastly, I'm going to give you the last thing I'm going to mention in this episode, although there are more of the ineffable pieces of your soul experience, and that is your true essence. That is your true state of being without masks, filters, hiding, pleasing, just you being, nothing more, the true you. So you're being the spiritual being, having the human experience in the purest sense. You're just embodied being the bright light that is you. And we find our true essence using our spiritual gift of leadership. We find our unique genius using our spiritual gift of teaching. And we find our soul mission using our spiritual gift of healing. And these are things I deep dive into in Soul Blueprint, my signature certification program that teaches you how to connect to and co-create with the spiritual realm at higher and higher levels, and how to align more sharply to the truth of who you are and to get the clarity on these things. And a big, big part of it is that duality of it being true and not true at the same time, which is what duality is, two opposing things that are both true, but they're opposing each other. So in a way, there's this duality to wanting to find the right words to define these things to help us get clarity so we can take the right aligned, inspired action. But these things are in their true essence, wordless. So it's about making peace with that duality. Yes, I'm going to try to find the right words. And at the same time, I know those right, air quotes, right words aren't ever going to get to the ineffable truth about who I really am. Because that is wordless. Wordless. So how do we lean into this wordlessness to connect deeper to our truth? And all right, let's start with soul mission, okay? So it's just about taking some deep belly breaths, sinking into the body, and then you place your awareness at your heart space at the center of your chest. And you just simply set the intention to connect to the energy frequency of your soul mission. And if that feels difficult to do because you have some resistance, some blocks, something telling you, well, I don't have enough clarity to do this, I'm not good enough to do this, then you just want to go into a bit of healing to release that resistance. And once you've done that, again, what I teach you step by step how to do in Soul Blueprint, and then you want to go back to your heart space, go into the spaciousness, go into the higher frequencies, and just set the intention to connect to soul mission and just feel your soul mission. So instead of describing it and trying to figure out, you're becoming your soul mission. You're simply becoming the wordless energy frequency of it. And this is something, my dear ones, you can access at any time. It's always here, always ready for you to connect to it at higher and more aligned levels. I'm simply just, connecting with the energetic frequency of my soul mission. And you can do this same process with your unique genius, your true essence, your intuitive languages, your higher visions for yourself. So you can do this to connect into future versions of yourself that are more aligned and more evolved to call in clarity. But right now I'm just connecting to my soul mission. And I'm just feeling it. And this is just what's coming through. But of course, these are words. But these words are direction and guidance. They're coming in the form of direction and guidance. And even though it's not telling 100% of the story, I'm going to welcome the duality of it and use the words as a guide, but knowing that the energy is what's speaking the actual truth. So it's just coming through about my soul mission my soul mission is all about mission. I'm a mission-driven person. It's important for me to have a mission. It's important for me to feel on mission. It's important for me to feel like I'm in the process of fulfilling my mission really important to me. This is all like mission is all layered throughout my human design chart. I'm someone whose sole mission is to be on a mission and to help you connect to your soul mission and find your mission and clarify your mission and take inspired action to align more sharply to your mission, which is the intention of this episode itself. So mission is an important aspect of my soul mission. And I knew that already, but I'm just connecting to that in this moment. And that really sharp clarity is just coming through, and it feels so empowering. It feels so right. And dare I say it, it just feels ineffable. It feels wordless. Like, yeah, it just is. And so much of our spiritual growth, when we truly reach these higher and higher frequencies, are wordless. And our brain is always going to try to describe it and find the words that are the closest match to describe it. And that's okay only if it doesn't lead to frustration. And as much as you can just be in the wordlessness of it, in the pure consciousness, and just allow that to be your clarity. Allow that to be describing what is there. It's a wordless description, and it's a new way of thinking because we are so used to using words to describe. And this is about just using wordless feelings and frequencies to describe, and just letting that be enough. I tapped into it and I felt it, and that's enough. I don't need to define it all out. I don't need to get the next level of words to describe the next level of specifics of it. The frequency and the feeling and the pure consciousness of it is enough. Dear ones, my invitation for you this week is to spend some moments just dropping into wordlessness. You can set the intention that you're going to drop into the wordlessness of your true essence or your genius or a future version of yourself or your soul mission or your unique intuitive languages or something else. But just practice dropping in deep breaths, connecting to the heart space, connecting to the energy, and dropping in to the pure power of the wordless consciousness. And you will find this beautiful aligned clarity that you may or may not be able to use words to describe that will enable you to experience your next level of true soul alignment. All right, my dear ones, that's a wrap for this week. And remember, if you head over to the show notes right now and find the link that says leave a rating and review, and or you go to wherever it is you're listening, hit that subscribe button, find the rating and review link, and leave me a review. You can do a quick screenshot and email it or DM me that screenshot. I will read your words on the air and send you a super awesome gift that you're going to love as a little token of my appreciation for you. And as always, until next time, may your soul guide the way.